Hi there, this is JP, lead developer for MakeModo.com, and in this video I'm going to go over some of the tools that our platform gives you to make building websites easier. The first thing you'll notice when viewing one of your pages is the Edit Page icon found at the top section of your website. Click that and you'll now be viewing your site under Frontend Editor. To save any changes you make, just be sure to click the Save icon in the upper right-hand section of your screen. First, let's go over how to add and edit content. Content blocks are arranged in rows and columns. A row contains columns, and columns contain content. After you've added content to a column, you can then move it around by dragging the label located at the top left of the module. You can even move content around between columns. This is a great way to quickly test out new layouts, calls to action, or even product placement. You can remove content blocks by clicking on the X icon located at the upper right-hand side of the module. You can also move or remove entire rows by using the icons located on the right-hand side of the entire row. This will move or remove all of the columns located inside of that row. There are many different types of modules that you can add to your page, ranging from raw HTML to YouTube videos, Google Maps, social sharing widgets, and more. Two really useful modules are the rich text area, which allows for a very convenient way to add and edit text on your site, and the raw HTML area. The raw HTML area is a great alternative to the rich text area if you're comfortable writing out your own HTML. Click on the edit button at the top right, and that will open up the HTML editor screen. As you edit HTML, you'll see your changes updated live. Once you have the changes the way you want them, just click Save Changes and your site will be updated automatically. There's no need to reload your browser. If you want to inspect your changes, you can always click the Preview button at the top right of the screen. You can also resize the editor window to see how your website will look on different device resolutions. So you can use the icons here to quickly view preset resolutions, or use the handle on the right-hand side of the screen to manually adjust. This brings us to the Web Inspector tool. The Web Inspector tool allows you to inspect and edit individual elements and save your edits directly as CSS. To start inspecting an element, click the magnifying glass at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Now, any elements you hover over will be highlighted, and you can then click on that element to view its CSS properties. After changing an element's properties, you can either save your edits for every device resolution or just for the resolution your editor window is currently set to. This can be really useful if you want to tailor your site's CSS to various devices. So for example, you may want a really large text banner on desktops, but on smaller devices such as cell phones, you may want to lower the size a bit to make it easier to read and to make your content fit better and be more consumable to your users. So when you click Save, a CSS rule will be created for you. If you click on the CSS pane, you can see your site-wide CSS, your page-specific CSS, and your page-specific media queries. You can edit and add to these properties, and your changes will show up in real time. Additionally, pre-processing support such as less is also supported. So that means you can use mix-ins, variables, and things like that to make your CSS more flexible and more reusable. Lastly is the JavaScript editor, where you can write JavaScript to make your content more interactive. Hitting Save will refresh the editing pane, allow you to immediately see your JavaScript changes applied, so you don't ever need to refresh your entire browser. You can also hit Ctrl+S while in the edit pane as a shortcut to save your changes. This works in the CSS pane as well. That's it for today's video. For more tutorials and getting started videos, check us out at MakeModo.com.